Dear Ukrainians, there is a moment in the life of every nation when everyone needs to talk honestly, calmly, without speculation, rumors, gossip, without everything superfluous. As it is, the way I always try to talk to you. Now is one of the most difficult moments in our history. Now the pressure on Ukraine is one of the heaviest. Now Ukraine may face a very difficult choice. Either a loss of dignity, or the risk of losing a key partner, or a difficult 28 points, or an extremely difficult winter, the hardest, and subsequent risks. Life without freedom, without dignity, without justice. And that we believe the one who has already attacked twice. We will be expected to respond. Although in fact I had already given it on May 20, 2019, when, swearing allegiance to Ukraine, I specifically said, I, Volodymyr Zelensky, elected by the will of the people as President of Ukraine, pledge to defend the sovereignty and independence of Ukraine with all my actions, to uphold the rights and freedoms of citizens, to adhere to the Constitution and laws of Ukraine, to fulfill my duties in the interests of all compatriots, and to enhance the authority of Ukraine in the world. For me, this is not a protocol formality for show, this is an oath. And every day, I remain faithful to every word of it. I will never betray it. The national Ukrainian interest must be taken into account. We do not make loud statements, we will calmly work with America and all partners. There will be a constructive search for solutions with our main partner. I will give arguments, I will convince, I will offer alternatives, but we will definitely not give the enemy reasons to say that it is Ukraine that does not want peace. That it is it that is disrupting the process and that Ukraine is not ready for diplomacy. This will not happen. Ukraine will work quickly today, on Saturday and Sunday, throughout the entire next week, and as long as necessary, around the clock. I will fight to ensure that among all the points of the plan, at least 2 are not missed. This is the dignity and freedom of Ukrainians, because everything else is based on this. Our sovereignty, our independence, our land, our people and the Ukrainian future. We will and must do everything so that, in the end, the war ends. And so that the end of Ukraine, the end of Europe, and the end of global peace does not happen. I have just spoken to Europeans. We are counting on European friends who understand for sure that Russia is not far away, that it is close to the borders of the EU, that Ukraine is now the only shield separating a comfortable European life from Putin's plans. We remember Europe was with us. We believe Europe will be with us. Ukraine must not experience a déjà vu of February 24, when there was a feeling that we were alone, when no one could stop Russia except our heroic people, who stood like a wall against Putin's army. And we were certainly very pleased when the world said, Ukrainians are incredible. My God, these Ukrainians, how they fight, how Ukrainians struggle, what titans they are. And this is absolutely true. But both Europe and the whole world must understand another truth, that Ukrainians are first and foremost people. And we have been holding back one of the largest armies in the world for almost 4 years of a full-scale invasion, and we are holding the front line of several thousand kilometers. And our people experience shelling, missile attacks, ballistic strikes, and shard strikes every night. And our people lose someone close to them every day. And our people really want the war, this war, to end. We, of course, are steel, but any, even the strongest metal may not withstand. Don't forget about it. Be with Ukraine, be with our people, and therefore be with dignity and freedom. Dear Ukrainians, remember that first day of the war. Most of us have made a choice in favor of Ukraine. Remember our feelings then. How was it? It was dark, loud, hard, painful. Many were scared, but the enemy did not see our backs running away. He saw our eyes full of readiness to fight for our own. And this is dignity, this is freedom. And this is actually the most terrible thing that can be for Russia, to see the unity of Ukrainians. At that time, our unity was aimed at protecting our home from the enemy. And now we also need unity more than ever, so that there is a decent peace in our home. I appeal now to all Ukrainians. Our people, citizens, politicians, everyone must gather, pull themselves together, and stop the bickering. Stop the political games. The state must function, and the parliament of a country at war must operate together in unity. The government of a country at war must work efficiently. And all of us together, must not forget and not confuse who exactly is the enemy of Ukraine today. I remember that on the first day of the war, various intermediaries were presenting me with different plans, points, and ultimatums about how the war should end. They said, it's either this way or nothing at all. Either you sign it, or you will simply be liquidated, and the acting president of Ukraine will sign it instead of you. How it ended is known. Many of these intermediaries became part of the exchange fund and went home with their proposals and points back to their native harbor. I did not betray Ukraine then. I clearly felt the support behind my shoulders from each and every one of you. Every Ukrainian man and woman, every soldier, every volunteer, every medic, diplomat, journalist, all of our people. We did not betray Ukraine then, we will not do it now. And I know for certain that at this truly one of the most difficult moments in our history, I am not alone, that Ukrainians believe in their state, that we are united. And in all future meetings, discussions, and negotiations with our partners, it will be much, much easier for me to achieve a just peace for us and to persuade them. Knowing 100% behind me is the people of Ukraine, millions of our citizens who have dignity, who fight for freedom, and who deserve peace. All our fallen heroes who gave their lives for Ukraine, who are now in heaven and deserve to see from there that their children and grandchildren will live in a dignified peace. And this peace will be worthy, effective, and long-lasting. Dear Ukrainians, the next week will be very challenging and full of events. You are a grown-up, intelligent, conscious people who have proven this more than once and who understand that at this time there will be a lot of pressure. Political, informational, and of various kinds, aimed at weakening us, at sowing discord among us. The enemy does not sleep and will do everything to make sure nothing works out for us. Will we let him do it? We have no right. And we will succeed because those who seek to destroy us do not know us well, do not understand who we really are, what we are about, what we are for, what kind of people we are. There is a reason we celebrate the Day of Dignity and Freedom as a national holiday. It tells us who we are, what our values are. We will work in the diplomatic field for the sake of our peace. We must act in unity within Ukraine for the sake of our peace, our dignity, and our freedom. And I believe, and I know I'm not alone. With me stand our people, our society, our soldiers, partners, allies, all our citizens, dignified. free, and united. Happy Day of Dignity and Freedom. Glory to Ukraine.